Hello! Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm not even going to address the elephant in the room. No, I've not posted in 6 or 7 months. We are moving on in my reading era right now. I'm back at my staying up until 2 a.m. to finish a book. I've been binge reading and TV has been good, film has been good. I want to catch you up on some of the things that I've been doing. I also have a teeny tiny book haul just of some of the books that I've accumulated. Like, I have not gotten to read these yet, but I'm super excited to read them when I do have the chance. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Guys, this is just me finding out that one of my books have mold. There was, oh my gosh, I'm so sad about this. A little backstory. There was a storm like 2 weeks ago, and hence why my bookshelf is on a different location. When that storm happened, something instinctively, like my instincts, my alarm bells went off and said, let me just check the back of my shelf. And when I checked it, that's when I saw our carpet was wet. The back of my bookshelf was wet. Luckily, there wasn't much books on that section of my bookshelf. It was a lot of decor, and I always tend to keep my books away from the backing of the wood itself of the bookshelf. So with that being said, 3 books, I went through each of the books when I took off all my books from the shelf. 3 books suffered water damage, one of which I didn't even get a chance to read, and that was Jasad A. I did try putting a blow dryer to it, but now I just picked it up and I see there's some mold on it. Ugh, no. On the day this happened, I was so sad. But I told myself, there's people who was going through much worse with the floods and everything, so it's just a book. We actually check the other 2. These were the 3 books that suffered some minor water damage. It was literally just the corners of the books. And I did also put like some mildew spray on the back of the board, but now obviously this probably didn't air dry properly or dry in general. So it was my 2 books from Elia Isolde. Bride was my one of my favorite reads of last year. Loved this book. But there's some mold on it. So I'm definitely going to take this off my bookshelf for now and just see if I can sort that out. But yeah, one of the books that was a part of my book haul was the Jasad A from Sarah Hashem. I also went through like a tiny, or I'm trying to let go of some books also that I know I won't read. The goal for me this year was to go through a little book buying ban. I wanted to spend less money on books. So far there were like 2 months in this year where I wasn't buying anything. I was going through my physical TBR. I was buying like maybe 1 book in the month, or my husband bought me a book, or you know, something like that. So it wasn't like collectively I bought these all at the same time. The next book, if you follow me on Instagram, TikTok, you know I love this series so much, and I will always recommend it. It's like one of the series that if you ask me for book recommendation, I'm telling you the series, and that is The Naturals series by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I got me book 3. I finished book 1. I finished book 2. I really enjoyed it so much. So this is like very high up on my TBR list because I really do want to read this. And Jennifer Lynn Barnes also just announced that she finally landed as one of the top 10 bestsellers or something, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. I just saw her video the other day on Instagram, and I know it was like after 10 years after this series was released. And I also got, this book was on my wish list since last year, and that is A Diary of Blood by S.T. Gibson. I nearly said Saint Gibson. This was, I had a voucher, exclusive books voucher, so I was like, only 200 and something rand, what a steal. So yeah, and it looks like a relatively short read. I'm hoping to pick this up like in the depths of winter, you know, so I can be in my twilight core. Now, moving on, these were like this was another one that I got. I have book 1 to the series, and then this was marked down at Bargain Books, so I was just like, let me get book 2. Have I read book 1? No. But I plan to, not sure when, But I am the type of person, sometimes I just need to, if it's like a duology or like a trilogy, I want like at least the first 3 books, you know, whether I'm invested in it or not. I feel like I just need it. So I got book 2, which is the Rebel Witch in the Crimson Moth series. I don't know what the series is titled, but the Crimson Moth duology. But I decided to get book 2, and then I got these 2 books at Reader's Warehouse. They had like a buy 2 get 20% off, buy 3 get 30% off. But like at the time I went, I felt like there was a lot of pressure. I went like when there was 20 minutes before closing time. The store was empty. My toddler was with me, so my attention span was kind of all over the place. I just grabbed these. Very out of my comfort zone. As you know, I love a romance or a small town romance or fantasy. That is me. So these were quite different, but I took them anyway. So I just got Make Me by Tessa Bailey. Never read any of her work, but I have a mutual on Instagram. She always raves about Tessa Bailey's books, so I'm excited to dive into this one. And then I only did research after this when I got this. This is book 2 in this universe. I'm planning to get the first one before I dive into this one anyway. But I got Pucking Wild by Emily Rath. I think the first one is Pucking Around. I tried to buy it secondhand. I got this one. These few months, or let me just say these past few days, a girl was reading. I was just devouring everything that I was reading this past few days. May's been a good month for me, I have to say. May's been quite good mentally, because before that I was struggling to read. I wasn't in a reading slump, but I was just like reading like my average pace or slightly slower than my average pace read. I was like doing 1 book a month, which May was like a good month in terms of reading, in terms of the shows I was watching, because a girl was being fed left, right and center. I finished Fleabag #1. Oh, that was such a good show. I've always seen talks about Fleabag like over the years. Let me just hop on it quickly. It was only 2 seasons and I think like 8 to 10 episodes a season, and I was able to like lock in really quickly, and I loved it so much. The film student in me loved it so much. The ending, like, it was so good. And we watched House of the Dragon season 1 and season 2. We were rewatching Game of Thrones. We finished it and then we decided, let's dive into House of the Dragon, because we've been putting it on hold since we finished our rewatch with Game of Thrones, and love it. It's a bit more politically inclined, like in terms of, you know, the strategies in play, and obviously it's a different compared to like the era of Khaleesi, Jon Snow, all of that. But I love it so much. We watched it also at a good time because we don't have to wait that long until the new season comes out. I love Rhaenyra. I love her dragon Syraxes. The dragons, dragons. They're so big. Like, give me a dragon. You know what? Just give me a dragon. And I finished an ARC read. I got an ARC read also for the first time this year, like my first ARC read for the year. When I saw this, I saw the author's post about it, and I wanted to be a part of that world, and I gave it 5 stars. 5 stars on Goodreads and 4.5 on Fable. I just really liked it so much. So much yearning, and he fell first. And then the last show, guys, I'm yapping so much because you know what? We haven't sat down and chatted. The other show that we are watching, we're currently watching 2 animes at the moment, and the one is Witch Hat Atelier. But my goodness, beautiful, cinematically beautiful, visuals, audio. My 2 favorite voice actors are in there. I can recognize, like, I'm telling you, when I watch a specific anime, but like I can pick up, hey, isn't this the guy who voices this one and this one? The voice of Tanjiro from Demon Slayer, the Japanese voice actor. The Japanese voice actor that voices Sakuna. Yami from Black Clover. Aizawa from My Hero Academia. Oh, and it's so good. I get chills and goosebumps every episode. And one episode nearly had me crying. with how visually beautiful it was. Like, it was crazy. And then we we also watching the last anime that we're watching. We re-watching because we still need to watch season 3. You see a shift in lighting. The sun is busy setting. We're also watching Fire Force, re-watching it actually. So we finishing off season 1 because we watched as far as season 2, and then season 3 came out and we were just like all over the place. I'm so behind on Jujutsu Kaisen, guys, like genuinely. We watched the movie, then we watched the first 2 episodes when it came out, or first 3 episodes, and then we just didn't continue. I've been going to the cinema as well. Like I said, long live cinema. I love going to the movies. What was the last movie that we watched in the cinema? I'm drawing a blank, but oh, it was the Michael Jackson biopic. I miss Michael Jackson so much. I don't know, did anyone else at school have at the time of his passing, did anybody else have a, what do you call it, tribute or something? Because I remember at one point we sat in the wall and we watched one of his movies or documentaries just after he passed. Which was like 2009. I was in grade 6. If you guys enjoyed this little impromptu video, I am using it as an opportunity to come back and talk to you guys. I will catch you guys in the next YouTube video. Bye guys.